Hello beautiful humans, it's me Evermore Sol and welcome back to my channel. For today's video we have a pick a card reading for what unexpected changes are on the way. Let me go ahead and get this straight out of the way. So let me go ahead and say this. Since I am speaking of unexpected changes, I want you to be aware that they may or may not be positive. If we were solely focusing on positive things, we'll be focused on, what blessings are on the way. I'm going to be solely focused on what unexpected changes are on the way, things that are maybe coming into your life that you are not aware of. All I ask is for you to keep an open mind and to realize that I am the messenger, so don't shoot the messenger, so to speak, and just keep and to just really keep an open mind. And the reason I say that is because I feel like some guys are coming through saying that I need to say that so people aren't confused as to the intention of this message. Again, it's not looking at blessings on the way, but unexpected changes on the way. So I have 3 piles for you, and I also have some little crystals on top that I will show you. The first crystal that we have is this little amethyst point that can actually be worn as a necklace. The second crystal is this tiny, super adorable carnelian stone. And last but not least, we have beautiful red jasper. So with that being said, those were all of the crystals. So go ahead and choose either 1, 2, or 3. Pause the screen if you must, but let's go ahead and jump right into it. So for number 1s, those of you who chose this amethyst point, let's go ahead and look into what unexpected changes are on the way, taking a look at the cards before moving on to the clarifier tokens. Starting with the tarot, we have Mystic of Bells, Ten of Tomes in reverse, the Diviner, Eight of Vials, I'm not going to pronounce the goddess's name because I don't want to be disrespectful and get the wrong, but I will just say the affirmation and the theme. So we have body wisdom. My body knows what to do. Every chakra, every cell is wise beyond measure. We have strength. I am a fierce mama warrior. I do want to say this deck is geared towards women, but I feel like it can be used overall. We have evolution. Evolving is a part of life and can involve many personal changes. Although this process takes time, you emerge beautifully transformed. This is all a part of the plan to prepare you for the next steps of your journey. And last but not least, we have seasons. Like nature, there are different seasons of your life. Understanding this makes it easier to accept changes. No matter if it's a season of growth, shedding, or stillness, what is happening is in your best interest. So I'm going to be honest with you all. As I was shuffling, I was really picking up energy regarding health, especially when I pulled the oracle cards and they talked about, my body knows what to do. Every chakra, every cell is wise beyond measure. I'm a fierce mama warrior. Even if, you're not a woman or you're not pregnant or you're not a mom, it's still referring to your body simply knowing what it was designed to do and knowing what it needs to do to keep you healthy. And I also want to say we also have the Mystic of Bells. And in this deck, we actually have a person with a disability. So I was really picking up this emphasis on a lot of you. And again, this is why I gave that little warning / keeping your mind open in the beginning. I say this to not scare anyone. I feel like a lot of you may have a health scare in the near future, or a family member may have a health scare in the near future, and it was something that you simply weren't expecting. This 10 of Tomes kind of causing a little bit of shakiness within you, within your family, I just heard kind of just turning your world upside down, even though it's a health scare. Health scares can be scary, and I say that as someone who's had one and has health problems and things to look out for genetically. So I feel like a lot of you may even learn of something that's running your family that you need to be mindful of, or again, like I said in the first place, a health scare, or just something where you really start thinking of your body as a divine vessel and really wanting to take care of it. And that is going to be the unexpected change. This unexpected change is the health scare, is the seeing a family member be diagnosed with something, or hearing news that a certain health thing is going on with a family member, and then in turn it makes you look at yourself, look at your own divine vessel, and say, okay, well, if I'm having this health scare and I can know what could possibly happen in the future, or I know that all of these things happen in my family and I can prevent all of these things, what exactly is it I'm going to do? Eight of Vials. I see a lot of you releasing old habits that aren't serving you and won't be serving you in the long haul. These are things that you shouldn't be doing. They can be, simple as cutting out fast food, watching your diet, drinking more water. Seriously, drinking more water. Drink water all the time. It's one of the easiest ways to improve your health. Getting in some movement on a daily basis, even if it's something as small as stretching or yoga. The important thing is really taking the time to nurture and move your body. All these different things that you may or may not have known you should implement, but you simply weren't taking those initiative to do so, to take care of your body in a divine way, realizing that you are a divine creature. And we may hop on this earth a couple of times, but you have to realize each time you get on this earth, you only get one body. You may reincarnate multiple times, but you're only going to get one body. And with everything that's been going on in the world, your health, or your physical health, your mental health probably took a toll too, but you may have been more so focused on just keeping yourself mentally healthy lately. But I see, again, with this scare or this diagnosis of a family member or something of that nature, again, not speaking ill, I'm just picking up on the message that's coming through. A lot of you are going to take the time to realize that, hey, this is my divine body. I know deep down what I should be doing for it. I know my body knows what it needs to do. I know how my body should feel. I know how to prevent certain health scares that run in my family, even though it's part of my genetics. I just have to really get up and do it. Some of you I'm hearing, it could even be regarding your weight, either below a certain weight or above a certain weight. I'm not going to say BMI, because BMI is not accurate in terms of your actual health. But I do see that being either underweight or overweight, and I do quotation marks because that it's really, your weight isn't really a defining factor. And I say that as somebody who's around 200 pounds but doesn't look 200 pounds and has quite a bit of muscle. So it doesn't, your weight is not a determining factor of your health, and I'm going to leave it as that. But a lot of you could be undergoing body changes because of this unexpected change. You may just do this huge overhaul of your body image. of your diet. Others of you, and I can't believe I'm saying this in a reading because it kind of feels really generic, the unexpected change may even be pregnancy. And because of that, you're going to start taking care of your body in a different manner. This unexpected change is really just seeing a shift in, again, your health or a family member's health, even if it's just a scare or a diagnosis, It's realizing seasons that it's time to have a change, that it's time to do some things differently. Let's go ahead and take a look at the charm. So maybe if you have headphones, you might want to turn it down if these are a little loud. Unexpected changes are coming for number one. So what else do they need to know regarding their unexpected change? No, I did not want that to turn that way. I was getting this, but if it turned that way, it's for a reason. Okay. I'm gonna put this out of the way. Yeah, it's supposed to be the other way. Now I know for sure. So here's the thing. A lot of you, you're aware that you have to stick to this plan, and I also want you to be aware that it may take some time to see some changes. I also see that some of you may even be picking up a more active lifestyle because of a new pet, especially if it is a dog. If you have a dog, you know you have to be active. If you've never had a dog before or you're not really a pet parent, I'm going to let you know right now as a dog mom, having a dog and having pets are going to make you active because you're going to have to get up, run with them, play with them, and all these different things, especially if it's a puppy. It's not really a lot of difference. I mean, it is from having a puppy and a kid, but it's the same thing of getting up, making sure you're watching them, playing with them, getting their energy out, all of these different things. This thumbtack, you're going to have to really be disciplined when it comes to this change. If you want to see a serious change and improvement in your health, that means you're going to put in some serious work and some serious commitment. If you want to, half-ass it, you're going to get half-ass results. And that's just being completely real and honest. It may take some change. With this little Cupid, there's two things that I'm thinking of. Some of you may be influenced by this change regarding your body and your health. Oh, no, I was thinking the wrong way. I even heard some of you may even be looking at your health in a different way because of your significant other. For instance, if they haven't really been taking care of their health and or they get some type of, health scare or anything of that nature, it's going to push you and you're going to push them to just simply do better, which is amazing. I see a lot of possibly running on trails out in nature, connecting with Mother Earth while you're improving your health. And things of that nature. I also have these bolts right here. What I'm saying is you're going to want to have a plan. You're going to want to have a plan of how you tackle this, because it's very, very easy to say you're going to do something, especially when it's something that's changing your health. It's a whole different ball game to actually follow through with it. And if you dedicate yourself to a plan, say for instance, like you do some yoga or some stretching 3 days a week, and the other 3 days or the other 4 days, you're going to really focus on building your strength or possible cardio. You're going to eat vegetables on this many days of the week, or you're going to try to have a fruit smoothie this many days a week, or you're going to try to drink this amount of water this amount of water each day. Just having a practical plan and being disciplined is going to help you a lot. Some of you, even picking up a pet may help a lot. That's not the reason you should get a pet, I'm going to be honest. That's a lot more work than just being active, but that could be an influence as well. Whew. So that's why I said to keep an open mind. To me, this isn't really a bad reading, and I say that as someone who has had a health scare. That was actually, I'm not gonna lie, kind of scary. And I don't want to say what the health scare was or what runs in my family, because I feel like you always need to be mindful of what you tell, especially on the internet, because you never know what people are wishing on you. But as someone who has experienced a health scare at a pretty young age, 21 specifically, around 2021, actually multiple health scares, excuse me, because I just realized another one, and has seen their family members go through quite a few diagnoses, I don't know what's the correct term, and also just knowing of some things that genetically run in the family. I want you to keep an open mind, because this is more so to help you. This is a reading to help you. This is a reading to prepare you. This is a reading to, just give you faith that, and just let you know, like, hey, even though all these things may seem out of your control, you still have control over your health and your life to some extent. So with that being said, this is my reading for my number ones. Again, please keep an open mind if you made it this far. If you enjoyed this reading, that's a big if, please make sure you like, comment, let me know if it resonated. Subscribe if you'd like to see more, and hit that bell. And, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Have a blessed day and a beautiful life. Bye. So for all the beautiful souls that chose number 2, you chose the carnelian. I always think of just joy and happy times and happy days when I see the carnelian stone, when I wear it, and it's just a beautiful stone to work with. And before I move into your cards and the clarifier tokens, I do want to say that before starting your reading, I actually had to take a little break. I have recently been listening to a lot of Abraham/Esther Hicks, and so before I did your reading, I took a break and I listened to a video that I saved, because I listened to those videos throughout the day, throughout my days, and probably the past week or so. So I'm gonna leave that video linked, because I feel like it may resonate with some of you. Some of you may enjoy it. So I just wanted to say that. Let's jump into your cards. We have 4 of Candles in reverse. Six of Bells. Ace of Candles. 5 of Candles. Ace of Vials. I just heard there's a lot of high running emotions. Some of you may want to check when you're watching this reading to see if you're currently in your lunar return, or see when your lunar return is. I heard whenever your lunar return occurs, in the month of you watching this, because this is a timeless reading, it's going to be having an effect on you. We have the unknown. I joyfully embrace and respect the unknowable. I am secure. And we have divine timing. I release all fears about time. I am in sync with the planetary cycles. And I'm going to hold off on these other oracle cards because I feel a message coming through. Okay. A lot of you, I just want you to take a breather. I feel like some things have been stressful, especially with people in your life, with relationships. Really social relationships have been kind of rough with you. This is 4 of Candles in reverse and this 5 of Candles energy. I'm hearing that there's been a lot of gossip around and it's draining your energy. I am also hearing that some of you are going to be letting go of some friendships. And the reason why you're going to be letting go of these friendships is because you realize that the people who are surrounding you and aren't really, I don't want to say benefiting you, but aren't really bringing a lot of, all right, we have the carnelian, joy, positivity, and energy into your life. They are out of alignment with who you currently are or who you are becoming, because we're talking about unexpected changes. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this, or this came up in a reading before, but you know, sometimes readings repeat. For you all, the unexpected change is about to be your mindset. I'm pretty sure I've said this in a previous reading, but you know, it's here again, and I'm not going to disregard this message because it's a repeated one. We have the Ace of Candles and the Ace of Vials. Two opposing elements, yet they're both ace cards. Really, the ace cards to me are all about really breakthroughs. They're about this sweeping motion of new energy or new realizations, if we want to think about the Ace of Candles. And the Ace of Vials, I'm really picking up the energy of a lot of you. It's like, let's take a look at this card. So we have the lotus flower as well, bunch of lotus flowers. I want you to keep that in mind. Lotus flower comes up from the mud, it rises out of the muck, and you have this beautiful flower sitting on top of it. Oh, that's why, because a lot of you, I just heard, even though this is timeless, the Pluto retrograde is really having you focus. Yeah, because we have planetary cycles. It really has you focus on your shadow side, and by working through your shadow side, a lot of you are finding control within your emotions, learning to observe them, acknowledge them, observe them, and simply let them go, not allowing them to control your thought. Oh, there it is. You're no longer allowing emotions to control your thoughts. And some of you may be wondering how this is an unexpected change. Here's the thing, and you may want to skip over a little bit if you don't care about my story, but I like to use myself as an example, because how else are you gonna resonate with what I'm saying or believe what I'm saying? You can have an unexpected shift in your mindset. I've been trying to really get my mind right for almost a year. I want to say I really made the decision that I wanted to change the way I think about things around August of last year, August 2020. And it's only seemed like it's been recently that the shift in consciousness that I've been yearning and seeking is really finally coming to light. And you know, it was a lot of ups and downs. It was a lot of me trying and failing miserably and going back to my normal thought patterns, to my normal viewpoints, and okay, trying again and going back and failing, and trying again and going back and failing. And I feel like some of you are resonating with me right now. And I remember a week ago, all of a sudden it just felt like this light switch. Like somebody just finally just went like, okay, let's turn it on and get the system running how it's supposed to be. It's as if one day I woke up and I just knew that my life could be different. And I know I sound crazy. I find it funny because I used to judge The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. You know, in the book, the beginning, it says how one day, you know, things just changed and different perspective and da-da-da. And I remember when I first read that book, I'm like, this book is ridiculous. Sorry about that, I got a little distracted, but I believe I was speaking about how when I first read The Power of Now, I found it just be so unbelievable because I just had so much resistance towards the belief that one day you can wake up and, you know, your whole mindset can essentially be shifted, and as a result of that, you know, your life can change. But that's exactly what's been happening in the last 2 weeks. And I know originally, like, I questioned, I'm like, okay, so I was having like, I wonder when I'm going to feel again. And then I remember I had the thought and I said, well, I don't have to feel again. I can just keep to it. You know, I can keep up my maintenance with my thoughts and my new beliefs in this new story that I'm telling myself. You know, things don't have to go back to the way they were. You know, and with that realization, you have to realize that you can't be around the same people. Thankfully, I haven't had to, you know, lose any of my friends, because I see that we're all vibing on the same wavelength, the same frequency, the same realizations, which is absolutely beautiful and it makes me happy. But you know, I do want you to keep in mind that if you have to let some people go, if they're not vibing on that frequency, on that wavelength, and trying to pull you back into those old beliefs, to those old, you know, habits and patterns, into, I heard, the old emotional outbursts, into the old thoughts and belief patterns that, you know, life is limited and things can't get better and the unknown is scary. You know, you can't embrace the unknown, but the unknown is scary, and, you know, screw divine timing. Things are just never going to happen, and you're not going to be able to move forward because, you know, these are all the things that are coming to you. And if you have people trying to keep you where you currently are, resisting this change that you're having in your mindset, you know, then they're just not in it for the long haul. Also have gratitude, expressing gratitude for where you are and what you currently have raises your vibration and shifts your focus from lack. Incorporating this into your practice can fast track manifestation and keep you in the present moment. A lot of you are going to be tuning into gratitude. And the Abraham Hicks talk I was listening to, she was, or they, were speaking about how really learning to be in the present moment and, you know, just focusing on the present moment and not focusing on hating the present moment, but realizing that it's temporary and you're essentially flowing down a stream, is what moves you towards your desires. It's what moves you into making space for those desires, for attracting them into your life. Marathon. You've been training and preparing for these moments. Remember, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. There is no need to rush the process. Don't give up now, keep going. You may have been like me, having that cycle with, you know, this changing of your mind, and, you know, all of a sudden, you know, something finally clicks in there. Or, you know, it can even, I just heard, possibly be that you're finally ready to embrace this change. You know, the previous you may not have been ready, but the person you are in the moment is. And just, you know, finally realizing, like, hey, you didn't have to rush this change. It's happening in divine timing, this shift in your mindset, in your vibration, in your consciousness. It's happening exactly when it needs to. And you're going to see the results of all of this that you've been trying to incorporate in your life. And it finally resonating, and you finally being able to understand it, implement it, and practice it daily. Last but not least, we have beauty. The beauty that you recognize in the world is simply a reflection of your own. Take time to appreciate all the beauty inside and outside in your life. This is a way of instantly shifting your perspective to one of gratitude. Again, we're bringing in that gratitude. Some of you, not trying to be mean or rude, but you may not have been the most grateful person in the world, especially if you're around people who had mentalities of lack and of gossip and of things of that nature. But again, you're rising above that. You're rising above that frequency. You're rising above those beliefs and that consciousness. And when you rise above that, you start to view life differently. For a lot of you, life is going to look very, very beautiful, especially in all areas of your life. Let me make this clear. It's not going to be just one shift in your life when you change your mind like this, when you change your consciousness and as a result change your frequency, your emotional frequency, your vibrational frequency, whatever it is you want to call it. It's not just one area. It is like a ripple effect, a snowball effect. Your mind changes, and then your relationships start to change, and then your career, your finances are going to start changing, and then, you know, your travel is going to start to change. Your skills, your passions, they're going to start to change, because you're going to realize you can do anything that you want. It's going to be a beautiful time. Just a little awareness. I'm going to do some clarifier tokens. So if you're wearing headphones, you may want to turn it down a little bit. One just fell on the floor. have this magnifying glass. And this is what I mean. You're going to start seeing life just a lot more clearly. If somebody tries to tell you that you're being too optimistic or I'm hurt, looking at life with rose-colored lenses, don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. Again, don't let those people drag you back into those mindsets, into those beliefs, because I see people are going to be trying. They're not going to want you to, this little sunshine token right here, they're not going to want you to move on and do better things, especially without them. Move on and be better, and I'm not moving on and be better? Absolutely not. You have to stay in this vibration, in this frequency with me. You have to be on my level. How dare you? I just heard for some, how dare you try to like rise above with this little jack-o'-lantern thing, this little pumpkin. So, you know, for some of you, you may be seeing this. I'm going to be honest, you may not see an instantaneous change, or you may, you know, that cycle I was talking about of going back and forth. It may last up until Halloween time for some. I don't think this is a message for most of my group. I think most of my group, this change is going to be occurring pretty quickly in the near future. I also want to say we have some, I'm hearing some emergency services right now. So we may also want to just focus on some protection. Halloween, you know, we think of it as a time of magic. So some of you may be wanting to do some protection spells or protection rituals from the people who are going to be trying to drag you back down. You're going to have to tap into your masculine energy with this seahorse right here. I was definitely tapping into some masculine energy to protect your space. Like I said, this thumbtack, of course, this is the time it's going to stick. That's what I want you to be aware of. It's going to get to a point where it's going to stick. If you haven't gone through the cycle yet, or if you've been going through the cycle, this is the time that it's going to stick. And with this little clock, we're just gonna, again, that's a confirmation of everything is happening in divine timing. So, with that being said, this is my reading for my number 2s. If you enjoyed this reading, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you feel called to comment, letting me know if it resonated or not. If you'd like to see more of me or my content, make sure you smash that subscribe button and that notification bell so you'll know when I upload next and you can join. And with that being said, have a blessed life, a beautiful day, and thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Bye. So if you chose the red jasper, this is for you. I'm going to start off with your cards before moving into your clarifier tokens. Right, you got the most, not the most, you got quite a few cards, I believe, but let's go ahead and jump into it. You have the Wheel of Fortune. I immediately heard luck is about to be on your side. 9 of Bells. Okay, so clearly a lot of you are seeing, the end of a tough cycle. Ooh, I heard something pretty deep. I don't think I want to say what I heard. Okay, we'll go ahead and say it. Slight trigger warning. I heard, nope, I'm gonna let that be. If you know what it is, you know what it is. 2 of Tones. 6 of Candles. I'm still debating if I want to share what I heard. No, you know what? If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Because you'll know. 9 of Vials. Let's move into 2 more oracle cards before taking a look into the other ones. Oh yeah, so we have Juno. I think some of you know what this is about. If you don't know who Juno is, she's a goddess, also an asteroid. I would recommend you taking a look. It says, I'm strong enough to open my heart, be myself, and express my raw emotions. I forgot how to pronounce this goddess's name, or this deity, more so of a deity, I believe. Having a voice. I speak my life into existence. My voice has power. Okay, similar but not exactly to number 2. A lot of you, like I said, are leaving some tough times behind. Do I want to say it? Trigger warning. I'm hearing a lot of you had gotten, not even a lot of you, this may be a message for a specific few, had some heavy depression from a miscarriage. And you know, I can't speak of that because I haven't experienced that, but I can only imagine how painful that is. And I just see that some of you may have been having a hard time having children or conceiving and being able to carry a pregnancy to term. And for those of you that it's resonating with, I want to say that for the 6 of Candles card, you're going to have some good news regarding conceiving a child and bringing one to term. I'm going to leave that as that. Now we're going to move, now that I got that out the way for those who needed it, we're going to move to a general message. Okay. Leaving and closing a certain chapter of your life. You have this Wheel of Fortune, realizing that everything comes in season. And 2 of Tomes, I realize and acknowledge, and I'm picking up that some of you have recently had to make a decision. And I feel like this decision that you recently made is really influencing how you're going to be balancing your finances. It's going to be influencing yeah, that makes sense. My readings, this reading is timeless, but again, I acknowledge where we are now when people are watching this. We have Jupiter in Pisces right now. That's a really, really nice placement. Even though Pisces really does lean more into our emotional water side, Jupiter is the planet of expansion, is the planet of abundance. And I also heard, because we have to be mindful that, acknowledge that Pluto is retrograde in the sign of Capricorn, which is usually about discipline, yes, but we also have to know that Capricorn is really, really, I don't want to say stern. I think Capricorns are really, really good when it comes to making money and financial decisions. And as I said, I'm picking up on the feeling that a lot of you have recently made a decision to, you know, work with your finances, or made a decision regarding your finances that's going to impact your finances, and I see you made it for the better. And that's going to bring a lot of new opportunities with this 9 of Vials, and also give you some time to celebrate. So I apologize if any of this is repeated. My camera died and I had to charge it for a bit, but let's continue. Yeah, so the ending of this chapter, especially with this Juno down here, this vulnerability of just allowing yourself to express your emotions, as I said in a previous reading, or maybe my Instagram, I can't remember. When I was in therapy, my therapist always told me that you have to allow your emotions to simply burn away. The longer it's like a fire, you know, eventually the fire is going to burn out. We're ending this chapter of your life, this Wheel of Fortune. You're on your low. You know, we all go through our highs, our lows, and the Wheel of Fortune is not just about fortune. It's about cycles and seasons. Just looking at it, it's really about cycles and seasons. So with that being said, we have this 9 of Vials energy right here and the 6 of Candles. We have to think about where the 9 of Vials sits in our tarot story. The 10 of Vials is really like that grand completion of just happiness and just joy. And this 9 of Vials to me is like, okay, so look, you want to have some contentment and everything? Here's where, you know, we start. Here is, you know, this shift or the mindset away from the 9 of Bells of thinking that everything in life is just going wrong into, okay, let me take a look at things that are going right. Okay, let me take some steps towards things that are going right. Okay, let me take this other look to everything, to all the possibilities, to all of the possibilities that have yet to occur. When times get hard, really take the time to acknowledge that it's simply temporary. It is simply temporary. Hard times are not permanent. Choosing to look for the good times, that's permanent. Choosing to look forward, 2 of Tomes, choosing to move forward, choosing to know that we can keep going forward. You know, it's all about balance, especially with this 2 of Tomes energy. It's all about balance. You can't say completely stuck in good times, and you can't say stay completely stuck in bad times. It's all a cycle, and you're going towards the upwards part of that cycle. We also have, I speak my life into existence. My voice has power. Again, I'm referencing the 9 of Vials. I feel like for you all, law of attraction, manifestation, whatever it is you want to call it, nothing new, but just believing that you have the power to essentially create the, I don't even want to say create, I'm always mindful of that word, but align with the life that you desire. I see a lot of you are going to be stepping into that. This card, these are the rest of the oracle cards. Yet we have worthy. You are worthy of all your desires. Yeah, exactly. No matter what you've experienced in the past, you are deserving of love, happiness, and whatever your definition of success may be. Fine wine. Like the finest of wines, as you age, you become more complex, distinct, and valuable with the knowledge and experiences gained along the way. Celebrate all the flavor you've acquired thus far. Age has been popping up into my previous reading before when it came to decision. So I feel like age for a lot of you is maybe making you feel not a certain type of way about your life, but I think we need to acknowledge how much ageism, is that the correct word, or age discrimination runs in our society. And oh, okay, I thought of something else, but let me read this last card. We have royalty. It wants to focus. There we go. Acknowledge the royalty in your DNA, courtesy of the divine and your ancestors. The blood that runs through your vein is made up of the same particles that create our universe. Hold your head up high and display your crown. A couple more things going on before I move into the tokens. About that ageism thing, it's interesting the way we look at our elders here in Western society. From what I've noticed, it seems like at times we feel like the elders aren't worthy or desiring of a good life, of luxury, and all these different things because they're the elderly. But it makes absolutely no sense, because you know, without our elders and everything, we wouldn't be here on this earth. We wouldn't have the knowledge we have, the foundations, all these things, yada yada yada. Don't let anyone try to make you feel any kind of way because of your age, is what I'm hearing. Regardless if you're young or old, I feel like I'm more so speaking to a little bit of older, quotation marks, people. But you know, don't let anyone make you feel a certain type of way, that certain things aren't possible because of your age, that you're not going to get certain amounts of success, or that you can't achieve certain things because of your age. 6 of Candles energy. Oh, my poor setup. It's okay. There is going to be some exciting news that gives you a reason to celebrate. As long as you believe that, that's exactly what's going to happen. Speak your life into existence. I don't know if this is a specific ritual or thing, but the thing I've been doing every single day, TMI, every time I go and take my shower, I basically tell the story of my life. And I just heard a car revving, like, yeah, come on, this is the whole process I do. I speak about every area of my life, not that I am currently living, but what I wish it to be. That is me literally speaking my life into existence. I was raised on that principle. My mother preached that. Yeah, she preached it. I grew up in the Pentecostal denomination. She preached that to me my entire childhood, my entire adolescence, and now during my adult years. Try doing that for you all, because I feel like your thing that may have been holding you back is limiting beliefs, and especially with those hard times, you know, we have to work through those. We have to ease ourselves out of that. Try doing that and committing to that every single day. Even if you don't feel it, still say it anyway, because you're going to be speaking your life into existence. So let's go ahead and take a look at our clarifier tokens. Be mindful if you're wearing headphones, you may want to turn it down. What unexpected changes are coming for pile number 3, group number 3? Red jasper. Oop, there we go. Okay, well, I don't even know how to. Okay, there we go. There we go. Let's just go ahead and gotta move this. up just a little bit. Let's zoom in a little bit more. There we go. I think that's nice. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. So a lot of you, your inner being, your higher consciousness, your higher self already know what I'm speaking is true when it comes to not allowing your age to make you feel like you are worthy or unworthy of certain things, of thinking that certain things you're not capable of because of your age. Just completely getting rid of that belief. We have some luck coming through with this Ace of Spades. I always refer to this, I think of spades. I grew up playing spades. Ace of Spades is the best card you can get, so this is going to be the luckiest time. Right, as I'm doing this is timeless, but as I'm doing this, you have Jupiter in Pisces. That's a really lucky placement. That's a really lucky placement. Oh, I just heard be mindful of your dreams, so we may have some good ideas or just some good beliefs or messages coming through from through your dreams. I have this octopus, all these tentacles. It makes me think of the Nine of Vows, really leaning into law of attraction. Group 2, I had left a video for them, but it may help you as well. That's in the description box of Abraham Hicks speaking about something. I've been listening to them a lot. I have 29, the spider, and this mistletoe. Again, celebratory times, weaving your dreams into fruition. This cactus. I do want to say, be mindful of your energy. The reason I say that, and I have to say it because that's my thing, I'm really big on letting people know about protection. When people see you have nice things, it's one or two things that happen. Either they're going to be very, very happy for you, or they're going to not be so happy and probably say, well, why do you have all these things and I don't? And since you know you're about to have this unexpected change, these unexpected shifts in your life, especially if you feel called to click on that video in the description box, that's most definitely happened, because that's going to be a confirmation for you all if it resonates. Most definitely, and I said this for my number 2s as well, focus on some protection rituals and focus on some protection spells or oils, because again, you don't want your bad luck, quotation marks, really is divine timing, and it's the divine itself, being soiled because of somebody else's ill intentions. And and I do have to say, I'm planning on doing a pick a card reading regarding protection soon, so keep that in mind as well. So with that being said, this was a reading for my number 3s. If you hold on, there we go. If you enjoyed this reading and you feel called to, please make sure you like and comment. If you would like to see more of me and my content and perhaps that next protection pick a card, even if you just want to tune in for the protection pick card, I won't take offense from you subscribing and then unsubscribing when you get what you want. It's fine. Make sure you smash that subscribe button in the bell so you know the next time I upload. If you feel like this reading would resonate with anyone else, then please make sure you share it. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you just taking the time out of your day to tune in and see if this message resonates with you and take the guidance if it does. Have a blessed day and have a beautiful life, and thank you so much. Bye.